Okay, connected and together, same backswing. Hip and grip in front of you, right? See that in front of you. That stabilizes that club face. Hands back to the same spot they started, right? That hip having constant rotation with the hands going past you. This guy, he'd get in there, and it was not bad. It was still pure. I mean, he has a great downswing, so he learns how to shallow it somewhat from where he was, but it got lifty to the top, and sometimes the club would get a little bit laid off, right? Mm-hmm. And that typically happens when somebody lifts it, because watch what happens. If I just lift it over my shoulder with no turn, my arm is steeper than my shoulder plane, and the club's this way. Now watch. We've always wanted you from that set position we just worked on with those 30s right there to include that nice turn right there. Now that left arm's right on my shoulder plane right there. That is just really good right there. So Christian, look at this. Best we've seen at the top with our turn.
Yeah.
Here's what I look for. Look at that club face, you guys. That's awesome. And you know what? We'll keep an eye on this elbow today. It's a 9-iron. 9-iron, definitely want the elbow below the level of the shoulder. That's a nice connected position. Now watch this. Here's the money move. Look at this guy. Okay? And the one thing we're going to continue to work on, buddy, is the ability to have no stall with those hips right here.
Yeah.
And the ability to keep that moving, okay? When that stall happens with the hips, notice how that club gets a little bit extra released right there? Mm-hmm. And that's where that club face can turn over. I want our viewer to keep an eye on this. We'll get rid of this in like 2 swings, okay? And the way that we're gonna do that is when you watch this right hip here, okay, through impact, it kind of slides towards the ball a little bit. Mm-hmm. Not towards the ball, but towards the target, I should say. Yeah. Towards the target. You actually keep your hips back wonderfully. It just goes towards the target. And then it just gets stuck out there and the hands roll by you. Christian, for you, we need that hip bump.
Yeah.
If the pressure's not in here and here, you're gonna try to find it in your swing. I don't want that. How can we create that sensation with our setup? Let's see how good you are. What do I do to create that post sensation with my lead leg?
I guess the hip bump?
The hip bump. The hips being square and simply shifting them 1 inch to the left. Making sure that right one doesn't get in front of the left when you do it. Shifting them. The right knee stays in line with the left. It doesn't get in front. The pressure shifts to the inside of this foot and to the flat of that foot. I feel it like there's a doorstop underneath, and I'm going to turn and add pressure to where pressure already exists. I want it to already be where it needs to be for you to wind up and just unload. So we're going to work on making sure you have a little bit of pressure on the inside of your right and more of the flat of your left foot, okay? Mm-hmm. We're gonna do a couple drills. We're gonna go back to like, you know, about where like a 60-yard shot would be, about chest high right here. And we're gonna work on, okay, set. And there's that nice rotation through. You can see how straight that golf ball just went right there? Yeah. Okay, all I'm doing is getting the same backswing, connected chest high, constant rotation. Thinking about constant rotation. We're gonna keep the same connection going back, and we're gonna really work on the hip and the grip. The hip and the grip, one goes back as the other one goes through. If we have that continuous turn, that's where the club face will stabilize right there, okay?
Yeah.
Love it. Beautiful. First one on the right. You got it, Kev? Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Great swing, great swing. Oh, little stall. Club tossed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the one swing later. A little before and after. Let's see here. Beautiful. Man, is that good. Ooh, not only has it come down a better path. Oh, hello. Look at the club face, you guys. How cool is that, huh? Isn't that fun? So watch this one in full motion right here. Here it comes. Boom. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful swing here. And look at this, you guys, watch this. Handle stays low. Club stays in front of his hands. He's gonna make sure that there's a little bit of downward pressure in the handle. Boom. Goes right up the forearm. Here comes the hip. Here comes the grip. together. That's good stuff right there. Well done, buddy. Let's keep it going, okay? Oh, part of not stalling the hips is having the arms faster. Because what happens sometimes when the hips stall, what are they doing? They're waiting for the arms. Exactly. Now, the hands have a greater distance to travel than the body. So I really feel like my hands are very, very, very aggressive from the top of my swing, okay? Now watch. This is me accelerating my hands, accelerating my hips together. Okay, and it looks normal. It looks like everything just continues to go together. I hit that one really well. And the thing about it is, it feels like my hands to me are a little faster than my hips. I know when you watch it, it's pretty much the same exact speed. And in fact, the hips might still be going before. My best swings are the ones where I complete my turn and I feel my arms move in front of my body as I constantly rotate, okay? So that's what I think you need to be feeling right now for somebody who goes lift out in front and then would stall and let the club catch up. We've now taken that lift away. We're even guaranteeing it more with these drills. And we're really feeling something like the back of this left arm and the hip moving together. And that really is what I eventually want this guy to feel. Something as simple as hip and grip. It's like a chain from the back of this left arm all the way down to my left pocket, left side of my body. And when I get to the top of my swing, I feel like that left side pulls through. As my left pocket goes back, the back of that left arm is pulling through. Really get that left side pulling through here, okay? Left pocket back, left arm through. Oh, dang, dude. That thing was compressed right there.
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
I felt it.
I felt it for you too. That constant rotation, that connection, that contact that comes from the hip and the grip feeling, you should be picking up yardage. That stall, well, think about it. If I was gonna throw a punch, right, and I stall my body and just go, not gonna hurt as bad as I go, boom, right? So with that being said, I think that it's gonna be the obvious thing when that ball is going a little bit farther. You need to be adjusting for that, okay?
Yeah.
So a great drill for you, buddy. A great drill, and you've done this before, and you've striped it doing this drill before. The left leg drill. I know you know this drill. It's a metal pole that basically is created where our left leg is, and for somebody who's sliding or stalling, it really, really, really does not allow for that. It's one leg, you know. You have to rotate around it to get any power. So when I set up here, I love taking little 3/4 swings and just feeling my left pocket open up around that left hip, okay? I'm just feeling like it just goes right around, and I'm trying to free it up. It's not easy for some. Some really get in there and have a hard time moving it. I just like to really let it open up and hit the shot feeling like the club gets there way after my body's rotation. My hands are still, follow me on this, my hands are still in front of me, but that club gets there as that left hip gets really far back. It's a nice feeling for not stalling those hips, for really getting around that left side, okay? I want you to do a few of those right here for me. So you point the big toe of that left foot at the ball, left big toe at the ball, yep. And dude, you're just gonna coast around that left side. You're gonna feel that hip go, and you're gonna feel the grip go with it, okay? Dude, why do you always stripe it so much more? It's every time. What's your take on that?
I don't know. It feels automatic with the drill.
Okay, so this guy does this every time. All the shots are good, but there's something about when he does that left leg drill, it just starts perfectly on line and it's frozen. So the one thing that I would tell you, that when you're doing this, you want to make sure the hands get back to the same spot they start, right? I mean, this is an easy concept to understand. You know, your hands are starting right here. You go back. Let's get them right back through that exact same spot, right? There's like an imaginary air bubble right there, and we're just going right here. We're gonna turn that baby back there, and then right back through. You know, that was something so basic that was reminded of when I was a junior, and something so basic. My dad used to tell me that all the time. And what it did for me was it kept my hips rotating in a way that didn't allow my hips to get in the way of my hands. Easy ways to make your junior golfer do that, or anybody, even make yourself if you're not You know, just have somebody hold the club right here, take some practice swings. Guarantee you he won't get those hands out. Boom. Such a simple concept, but not enough people think. If I get my hands back to where they started, essentially the club would get the ball. Ooh, dang. And I'm standing right in the way of that shot tracer, so you know what the good news is? You're gonna have to do it again. Wow. That was really good right there. Best one of the day, right here. Dude.
I think that was.
Of course. So he has two go-to drills you leave with today, which is always a signature thing here at Porzak Golf. We always make sure that you have at least one or two that you can depend upon. And you know that if you're doing them, even if I'm not around, guess what? You're gonna be doing it right. And that's what I love at your age especially. So when you step up to start your day, not only do we need some stop, go, grip, and hips, maybe when you start swinging for real, like full swings, you do some of these, okay? 5 to 10 minutes of each, right into your session and go, okay?
All right.